Hi, everyone, and welcome again to the WALT Wines Happy Hour. My name is Jeff Zappelli, and I'm the general manager for WALT Wines. I have another incredible guest. Affion Crockett will be joining us in just minutes as he's starting to come online right now. But I wanted to just share some news with everyone while we're going through hopefully what is an annual, getting close to closing out, hopefully the pandemic. In the next couple of months, our tasting rooms are open, and we're really excited to start hosting guests again. We've had an incredible couple weekends. We have some beautiful weather that we're expecting here in California and in the Napa Valley, Sonoma County, and we are just really hopeful that you will make the trip up and come join us because we have some amazing, incredible wines, including the wine we're going to try today. But I do have, it looks like Abe is here, and he's ready to tell us about what's going on in the world of comedy and entertainment. There you are. Hey, Affion, how are you, man?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
I can't complain. It's hailing outside, so I'm just trying to stay safe. But I'm good, man. How you doing?
So a man who was born in the snow of Germany you're in LA, right?
Yeah, I'm in LA.
So it's just chasing you around everywhere, I guess, huh?
Yeah, I can't get away from it.
Well, thanks so much, man. I really appreciate you spending time. I know you got a lot of projects you're working on down there in LA, and wanted to just start by sharing a bottle of wine with you. I am drinking the 2019 Bob's Ranch.
Oh, wow.
We have a wine club, and just like a lot of wineries, and this is actually the next wine. This is the flagship of our portfolio that we're going to be releasing to club members in the next, I think it's actually on right now, so members can get it if they want. I'm going to pass it to you through the internet.
Okay.
So it's coming all the way down from Northern California.
Whoa. Look here, man. I don't drink personally, but I have friends that are going to love me for this, so I appreciate y'all 100%.
Hey, man, anytime, Bob's Ranch. Thanks, man.
I had to show my people.
You got a lot on, actually. You immediately, this counter has been just growing and growing and growing. So
You know what's crazy? If the algorithm wasn't so restrictive, we would have way more people. I mean, I have 1.2 million followers, but the algorithm doesn't allow us to broadcast to everyone. But we have who we have. Welcome, 90 folks.
We have the best today.
Exactly.
We'll say, right?
Streamlined.
Yes, for the best Pinot Noir ever made, we've got the best group of people here to join you.
Exactly.
Something like that. Hey, so I wanted to see how you're doing. You've been working on some stuff in LA. I won't go into it, but you did post about something on Instagram yesterday, and if you want to break any news on the Walt Wines Instagram, you're welcome to. But
oh, you mean my Dr. Dre Chronic 2 album?
Yeah. Yeah, how's that going for you?
It's a great collaboration. It's going great, man. It's going great. No, he's a mentor, and I'm just happy to be able to be around him and learn from him.
Yeah.
But yeah, no exclusives. I'm just a student, a fly on the wall.
That's awesome, man. I was actually kind of hoping, because I actually went through the whole story, and I was like, I don't think that's what he's doing, but I'll ask him.
Sorry to let you down, man.
It's all good. I also watched Mirror to Society last night. I watched some of your stuff with Kevin Hart. I mean, so the question I have for you was, you've got the people talk about being they got three, you can be an actor, you can be a comedian, you can be a musician, right? You've also got, dancer, entertainer. So how did you get into comedy, and what you've been in so many different genres of entertainment, and how did comedy come up?
Yeah, for me it's pretty seamless, but like all of those things are family. Dance, hip hop, rap, it all kind of played into when Def Comedy Jam was a phenomenon.
Right.
It was all of those things. It was hip hop plus comedy plus rappers are in the audience, and it's dancers at the end of the show, every show. So it was all of my world in one show. The only thing I didn't do was comedy yet. I had made my mom laugh and I had made my friends laugh, but I hadn't got on stage as a comedian. I've always been on stage as a dancer and as a rapper. But yeah, so that's really how it came about, was when Def Comedy Jam became a real when that was, you know, it immediately was a hit. But it was, once I really started to watch it, I said, man, I think I should try this. I think I should give it a shot, because I do everything else.
Well, and you were on Def Jam, I think, right? Did you?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. So I was able to get on it shortly thereafter, once I started comedy. So it was one of those signs that told me you're exactly on the right path of what you want to do. Because I got on it pretty quickly, thanks to Bob Sumner, who was the talent scout at the time.
Yeah?
He's responsible for everybody on there. So
got it. Yeah, and so I remember watching that when I was in that was high school, college for me, and that, you know, it was. I'm trying to think of the weigh-in show. That was the other one. It was like a multitude of different types of genre of entertainment.
Yeah, in Living Color, yeah,
Living Color,
huge influence. Also, I'm a huge fan of the Wayans family, and then I got to work with them once I moved to LA, and you know, they almost adopted me as an honorary Wayans. So I'm always honored and humbled to be able to work with guys that are my heroes, guys and women. I mean, Kim Wayans is one of the most genius people in the game. I
was gonna say, what's it like hanging out at the dinner table with the Wayans family? I mean, is that...
As you can imagine, man, it's a lot of laughs. It's a lot of laughs, a lot of jokes, great food, and yeah, that's what it is.
So we had some just kind of off questions for you. Thanks, Affion.
Commercial break.
Bob's
Ranch, WALT Wines. Listen, I'm just saying, guys, I don't drink personally, but I have friends who I trust their opinion, and neighbors who I trust their opinion. And I have a little situation with WALT Wines, and they sent me some stuff, and I've been the ambassador of some some fine wines, and the reply has been outstanding.
I was gonna say, hopefully I can get you into some dinner parties. That's, you know, the best way, right? Like, just, you can bring it, you know.
Let me know.
Show well.
I'll pull up.
Love to have you also, by the way, at the winery. I know you don't drink wine, but
I would love to visit.
I'd love to show you around, take you through the gardens, even the vineyards if you want to. You know, to us, they're like, you know, it's a vineyard. We're kind of looking at it like those are grapes, but a lot of people are like, wow, it's pretty.
Yeah, well, I've been up that way. I've been up to, you know, Monterey, San Luis Obispo. I've been up in, you know, mid to Northern California. It's beautiful, hands down, just the scenery alone. But I'm very curious to actually visit a vineyard and really see what it's all about.
Awesome. Hey, so I'm trying to take some questions. So you got a lot of people.
Yeah, I got some of my regulars in here.
Are you seeing your regulars?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So questions that we had was like, so you've worked with a lot of really talented people. Who are some of what was the moment you knew that you were like starting to make it, that you were really starting to become a big deal, a big star? And who are some of the favorite people that you get to work with to get there?
The funny thing is, I still don't look at myself as a big star, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there's always work to be done. Mm-hmm. But there is a point where pretty important people start to recognize you and want to work with you. So that, for me, that's the validation, but it's also the entryway into continuing to do the work and to do good work with good people. But I mean, being able to work with Sam Jackson and Bernie Mac on Soul Man, again, working with the Wayanses several times, because again, they're my templates, they're my heroes. Working with Martin Lawrence on Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins, and then he became a mentor, and then he came to Mirror to Society and sat in the audience and just chilled out and watched me and laughed. And,
get out, really?
Oh yeah. And then he gave me great advice afterwards, and he stamped me. He said, "Yo, you did a great job," and he just was detailing certain jokes. And so I mean, those moments for me tell me that I made the right decision and that I'm onto something. And then, you know, the audience here, every time I go live and I do something comedic, they show up, they laugh, and they support my videos and all that kind of stuff. So yeah,
I feel like your fans right now are throwing out all your lines. You get some about cheeseburgers. Remote Universal.
See, somebody just mentioned Universal Remote, which is a movie I did with Charlie Murphy back in the day. Another good friend of mine, Cedric the Entertainer, good friend.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, so all these people, you work with all these people, you get a lot of different ideas. A couple people have talked about impersonations. You've got a couple really funny ones. What are the ones that you really like? Ones that make you laugh when you're writing the content?
My newest one that makes me laugh is when I do Swizz Beats after versus battles with Spice Adams. I do Swizz Beats impression, and it's funny because I spoke to Swizz a few times, and just to have his cadence, and then to watch him on live, and to be able to recreate it. I put on a fake gray beard and the whole thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fun for me because it's new. After I've done impressions for a while, it gets a little old because, as you can imagine, people, when I'm walking in the grocery store or when I do radio interviews, people are like, "Hey, do this person, do that person," and
yeah,
it gets a little old. But when I stumble upon a new one, like Maya Angelou in the stand-up special.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, it gives me a little chuckle.
I wanted to talk a little bit about the wine, but then actually I want to go right into Mirror to Society because I thought that was
wherever you want to go, let's do it.
Genius stuff. Just for your fans. This is Walt Wines, and we are a producer of Pinot Noir, which is just a type of grape. It makes a wine that has more delicacy. It's a little bit lighter on the palate than, let's say, Cabernet. But this is actually our flagship. This is the one that we named after the owner's father. His name is Bob Walt. And it comes from a vineyard in Sonoma County that tends to make a wine with more power and elegance, but it also has a lot of finesse. So the best thing I can say is if you like the multitude of different characters that Affion can play, this wine will be that on your palate. It's just a lot of different things going on and a multi-talented glass of wine. So, cheers to everybody who's got a glass of wine in their hands right now, or any other beverage, actually.
And for those of y'all that missed the term flagship, that means this is our anchor. This is the one that makes us the most money that we pay the bills with. So understand what he's saying. What's up, comedian Shane Forbes, my big homie?
You got some friends coming on? Yeah, no.
Yeah. It's always good to have legends like Shane pop up and just comment. Like that's always surreal to me to have that kind of support.
No, for sure, man. And I've got our PR manager. There's Lisa. Hey, what's up, Lisa? How's it going?
What up, Lisa?
So I want to talk about Mirror to Society, man. That was so in the pre-show when we were just kind of getting to know each other, you had a picture of Eddie Murphy behind you, and that I went right to Delirious.
My folks know about that.
That's Delirious, right? When we wore the red, and then I think in Raw he wore
that's Delirious.
The purple, I think.
Ice Cream Man is coming, yeah.
Yes.
And then Raw is the bluish, purplish leather suit. Yeah,
and so for me, I felt like we were just turning back 30 years, 35 years, I think it was, since those two stand-up shows came in. And there have been stand-up shows since that are great, but that one, man, it was dynamic. You were moving around the stage, reminiscent of kind of how Eddie would, talk about,
right,
like that. So you self-produced this piece.
Yeah.
You put it on. How did you come up with all this stuff? And the question I kind of want to ask about is, you're weaving some really serious topics into this and making them sound really funny. So how do you go about writing this?
It's a labor of love. I was on the road for about 3 years before, and I went through about 3 different hours worth of material to where I landed on the stuff that I felt like was good enough for this. And by the way, if you haven't seen my special, it's in the link in my bio right here, Affion Crockett. Click the link, and you can check out Mirror to Society on LOL, Pluto TV, Zumo TV, Pandora, Sirius XM, NBC Peacock. So I went through about 3 different hours where I shuffled through, and I landed on the hour that I wanted to film. And I watched Eddie. I'm a student of Eddie, Carlin, Chris Rock. Those are my top 3 favorite comedians. And also Damon Wayans, Sr., and Martin Lawrence. So really, those are my 5 favorites. So I study those guys. And what you notice about those guys specifically, even though Carlin is more the cerebral of the 5, they still utilize the stage.
Mm-hmm.
And I verbally heard Chris Rock say it, and I saw Eddie do it in Delirious.
Yeah.
Use the stage because, you know, you got your audience there. You don't have a band. You don't have other people. So you want to give them colors. You want to entertain them, you know? And so that was, and I'm physical anyway because I'm a dancer. I'm a martial artist. So it's like, I can't be still anyway. Mm-hmm. So why not implement that into the jokes and give the audience a real show? And not just be sitting on a stool and just giving them my cerebral thoughts.
Or standing behind a mic, or
just stand behind a mic. And look, there's some comedians that are great at doing that, like for real. But for me, I like physical comedy. I lean more towards it because I just like to demonstrate. So,
well, and I think the show, the way that you put it together, then you're landing jokes in different parts of the audience, and then you can actually see the audience respond to that, or hear it at least as a watcher. I just thought, I mean, and you're just hilarious in the way that you incorporate your dance and your martial arts. It makes it so much more enjoyable because the characters really, you become the character that you're trying to portray. So I thought that was really good, and the way that you also you approach the serious subject. You frankly go right.
Oh yeah. To your question, you know, to your question about the serious stuff, right? We live in a world where we cannot avoid the turmoil, right? Mm-hmm. Whether you're getting people sending you videos on text, on DM, or they're just posting on their timeline. You watch the news. We've seen George Floyd. We know Breonna Taylor. We know Trayvon Martin. We know all of these stories are not just stories that are just singular to those people. This actually is happening in my neighborhood and other people's neighborhoods that, you know, it's just an unfortunate thing. So I have to talk about racism. I can't just get on stage and gloss over that with a bunch of jokes to try to take your mind off of the racism. I have to talk about the racism and interject truth so that, there's a laugh, but I want to, it's almost like pouring honey on fish. When you bake the fish, put a little glaze on it, and that little sweetness is going to help you down the fish if you're not accustomed to eating fish. And it's a little too salty for you. But for me, it's just about using the comedy as you know, a smoother way to digest the truth about these life-threatening situations.
No, for sure. I think that I enjoyed it. I thought it was a really fresh way of looking at it. You definitely didn't mince words, which is, you know, I think the great comedians have a good sense of both the content, but also how to deliver it. You know, you're trying to entertain people, right? People are coming to see you, to take their mind off maybe the world, but they can't. I think you're right. The blinders don't come off just because you get, you know, an hour and a half to 2 hours of entertainment. So I enjoyed it. I thought it was really, really nice.
No, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you watching and digging it and really understanding where it's coming from.
I hope anybody who's watching right now clicks on your bio and checks it out. It is a great show. Well, all right. So we have a question. They want to know if you're dating anybody. I'm not sure if you're out there with that. We can go by that question, but
I am. You know, I'm single, and but I'm very private. So. That's as much as I'll say about that.
How about I'll give you one question, one more question, because you've been super generous with your time. What do you want to do next? What's your next plan, and where's the Affion? Where are we going to find you next?
Next is, you know, I want to invest in businesses like WALT Wines.
Sure.
I would, and I'm actively producing more. So like I said, I executive produce and finance my stand-up special. So that gave me a template to be able to do, and the resources to be able to do more things like that. So I'm writing, developing, and producing more TV and film projects. And music too. I'm working on, I'm across the board. It's a few things happening right now.
You're chilling with Dr. Dre, so something's going on.
Hey man, I don't know. You know, who knows?
Hey, well, I really wanted to thank you. Also wanted to just give a shout out to your dad. I'm sorry to hear about that.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate you coming back on. Wanted to give you, any the last words, anything you want to say to your fans and people that are joining us today.
I'm very humbled by the support that I get, and when people come on either my live or see me in person and just pay me compliments. So it just means that the work I'm doing is resonating and they're enjoying it. So I just really appreciate the love that I get from my folks. What's up, Nalini, Lana, Jean? I see everybody in here.
Yeah.
But I just thank you guys. Thank you for the interview and for sending me all the nice wines.
That's my pleasure.
I am going to be the best friend to a lot of people in the next few weeks until the wine runs out.
I think you've got some pretty good friends right now anyways. You just went through a laundry list of some of the greatest comedians and greatest entertainers, and you're joining them. So I hope the wine puts the glaze.
The exclamation point and the glaze on top of that.
Yeah, exactly.
What's up, Kai?
Well, thanks. Affion Crockett, thank you so much for joining us, man. I really appreciate your time, and I hope to see you. Give me a call, and we'd love to see you up at the winery, too.
Absolutely. Yeah, let's stay in contact and make that happen for sure.
Cool. Thanks. Affion Crockett.
Thank you,
man. Grateful for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So, everyone, that was Affion Crockett. He's a comedian. He's a rapper. He's an entertainer. He's just an excellent guy. So make sure you follow him. Also, for those of you who just joined us, follow Walt Wines. Walt Wines is a producer of Pinot Noir, and we have some incredible guests just like Affion coming on our Instagram live shows every other week, every month. So check us out. Our tasting rooms are open. You can make a reservation today at www.waltwines.com, and I hope to see you all very soon. In the meantime, here's a toast to everybody. Be safe, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.